Hi, I'm Ken Santopietro, Director of the 2025 Connecticut Catholic Men's Conference. I'm excited to introduce our guest today, Michael O'Neill. Many of you know Michael from his great work on EWTN, especially his programs on Eucharistic miracles. We've been trying to get Michael here for a few years now, so I guess persistence really does pay off. This is the perfect time, since our conference opens each year with a procession of over 30 saints' relics, and with the upcoming canonization of Blessed Carlo Acutis, his message ties beautifully into our theme, Pilgrims of Hope. Michael, thank you for finally saying yes, and how are you today? Hello again, Michael. Uh, I wanted to start off with asking you, thank you for joining us, by the way. I wanted to ask you to tell us what your 30-second introduction might be, what you're going to be bringing to us at the conference, and why men won't want to miss your talk this year.
Well, I'm so excited to present to the Men's Conference. And I'm going to be presenting on a topic that not many people talk about, which is miracles. And so I've spent my adult life researching and investigating the miraculous and traveling around the country to give presentations, but also around the world to investigate the most famous places of the supernatural. So I'm so excited to tell you when I speak to you about some of the incredible things I've been to and seen and experienced, and hopefully that will encourage your faith as it has mine with this great opportunity to look at miracles, big and small, around the world.
Oh, thank you. After your last trip, I think you were in Italy, right? You had contacted me about how you were a little jet lagged, and so we were delayed. And I thought to myself, wow, it'd be neat just to be able to travel with him, the places that you've gone, So
Yeah,
anyway,
Italy was amazing. We went to Milan and Turin and Florence and Rome. Got to see these incredible places of miracles throughout Italy, and I'll be back for the canonization of Carlo Acutis. So I'm very excited about that.
well, that's fantastic. Um, a lot of men have trouble with this, the faith and the unseen, you know. Um, so tell us a little bit, how do the Eucharistic miracles help us to grasp the reality of what we believe in the Eucharist and the Trinity and the mysteries that we cannot see but accept in faith?
Yeah, faith can be so challenging sometimes because especially those of us men and those people, like I studied engineering in college, and so having proof, having numbers, being able to touch and see and test things are so important. And so
Yeah.
when we have elements of our faith where we just have to kind of walk out in faith and believe, that can be challenging for a lot of us. But I think Eucharistic miracles are a very special gift from God, because when we come to various miracle types, even Marian apparitions that I've studied in great depth, 2,500 around the world, we might say, but we still rely on the testimony, the testament of a good witness in those cases. There aren't really scientific tests for that, but for Eucharistic miracles, those are the one example with miracles where we can actually apply science and say that there is a true miracle occurring that's irrefutable by science. So I think that's so exciting to present some of these remarkable cases of Eucharistic miracles, like I'll be doing at the Catholic Men's Conference.
Well, that was fantastic. That reminded me of several things there as you were talking. I said I wanted to get back to. I know me and you, we had spoke again together about the miracle in Thomaston, Connecticut, and that you had featured it in one of your presentations. And I was very excited about that. And I spoke with you a little bit about that. And maybe that'll be something that you touch on in your presentation. Um, I do know something that I had forgotten to mention in my question list was that I'm going to be setting up a special table for the Marian Shrine in Wisconsin.
Our
You have
Lady of Good Help in Champion,
good help.
Wisconsin. Yes.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Okay. And well, that's great. Yeah. So you will touch on that. And I'm going to have one of the paintings that they just unveiled for the National Eucharistic year. Another year they're celebrating that with another walk around, uh, and with the processions. And so that artist has donated the picture to us. So we're going to be showing that too. Um, I wanted to ask you about the miracles and the saints. Um, Many saints' relics and the incorrupt bodies testify to God's power. And on social media, that's like the powerful thing. They show a picture of the incorrupt uh, body. But could you share examples that have inspired you, perhaps including Blessed Carlo Acutis?
Yeah, so I've been so blessed to be able to travel all around the world to these incredible shrines and places where we see miracles, including incorruptible bodies. We talk about Saint Bernadette Soubirous, perhaps, in Nevers in France, being the visionary of Lourdes, being the most perfect case of an incorrupt body. But then we also see other cases of incorruption around the world. And even when we talk about Carlo Acutis or Padre Pio, we would say that these aren't cases of true incorruption because they are just presentations for the faithful, but they are a powerful reminder that these were real people walking amongst us, and we get to be in the presence of their relics, and it's really a powerful thing to do. But what's the biggest reminder is that they were people just like us, humans just like us, and have all the struggles and the challenges and the things that we have to fight against in our own lives. They were regular people too. So as men in the men's conference and otherwise, we just have to look at the saints and how they were real people who fought real problems just like we did. And so when we pray in front of their relics, when we see their bodies, it's a reminder of that they were there just like us, and then they're in heaven to intercede for us. So it's an incredible thing, a touchstone, you might say, to
Yeah.
connect us to the saints.
A few years ago, we had the idea of doing a procession of saints, and the Basilica in Waterbury, Connecticut, um, has reliquaries for, I think, 80 saints. So they've been generous enough to let us bring 30 of them or more, or then we do a procession at the beginning of the day before we do the Eucharistic procession. We bring them in. So when you're speaking, there will be tables next to you with all of the reliquaries of all those saints. They'll be standing there behind you, many of which I'm sure that you may have, gone and seen where they lived or experienced something, which that's so fantastic. But what do you think about such a display for the men to venerate the relics?
Well, I think that's incredible. That's a great opportunity for people to connect with the saints in prayer with those relics right there in front of them, and also that reminder of these saints were real people too, and they're just like us. So we need to fight the good fight like the saints did and find inspiration in their lives. So I think that's a great opportunity for people to be with this great number of relics that you'll be bringing.
So tell me a little bit. I mean, you've been all over the world. What countries have you been to? Is it mostly Italy, or where have you gotten off to?
So it's kind of funny. I don't normally do this, but it just worked out this year with the way that the canonizations have gone in Rome. But I went in April for the canonization of Carlo Acutis, and of course we had the passing of the Holy Father at that time, so that got bumped, and everybody assumed that it was going to go with Pier Giorgio's canonization, which would have been in August. And I was there for that, and that got moved as well to September. So I was in Italy twice in 6 months, which isn't normal for me, but previously I filmed all over the world with EWTN, and I'm talking about I think we filmed over 80 episodes of my Explore program, shrines all over the world. And just a year ago, we were all over South America. So flew all the way down to Argentina and Brazil and Chile and Peru,
Wow.
and got to see some incredible places there. So it's been quite a journey, and I love going to Mexico every time. And being able to be there in the presence of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So she's my favorite Marian devotion. So it's always a special treat every time I get to go there.
I mean, I don't know what fascinates you, but I think one thing that fascinates me is that the Catholic faith is all over the world. I mean, there you've got, the apostles, and we know they traveled, but and the faith just kept going. So if you have any doubts at all, I mean, that's really that proves things, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I
Um,
would say that
uh,
even at if you go to Lourdes, which everybody always asks me where should you go on pilgrimage, and I always put that near the top of my list because it's something like a Catholic Disneyland in so many ways. It's just
mm.
an absolutely beautiful place of miracles and saints, and it's amazing. But perhaps the most moving thing of all, even besides St. Bernadette, even aside from those healing waters, is the procession at night, where you see hundreds or thousands of people gathering every day of the year, walking in procession with candlelight and praying the rosary in different languages, everybody in their own languages seeking
Wow.
Mary. So it's such a beautiful place for the Universal Church.
Have you ever been to Lourdes when you were, I mean, if not a witness, just heard that there was a miracle that day or while you were there?
Well, I was so blessed to be able to film a program for EWTN called Miracles of Lourdes, and part of that program was that they opened up the Lourdes Medical Bureau there, where they investigate the miracles. So I was able to interview the head of the medical commission and talk to various people who have received miracles, and it was really a very special program to be part of. And people can watch it on EWTN on demand for free. And it's just incredible the very strict criteria that they use in the thousands and thousands of cures that have been claimed there over the years. And it was very special to sort of see under the hood, behind the scenes of how it all works there in Lourdes.
Wow, that's fantastic. One last question for you, and then I don't want to take up more of your time, but gratitude and your witness. How's your work with EWTN and the travels? I mean, are they still happening in the church today? I mean, I know you went there and you saw some of that investigation, but um, these your trips and your work with them, it's to strengthen your convictions as a Catholic.
Yeah, I have to say, with all the things that I have seen and experienced, I can't help but believe. It's been such a blessing for me in my life of faith, because all those places I've gone and the access that I've been given. We're doing a new series called Miracles of the Eucharist on EWTN. We traveled to Lanciano in Italy, and Sokolka and Legnica in Poland, and Buenos Aires and Tixla in Mexico. And in each and every one of those places, those shrines, those priests gave us full access to those Eucharistic miracles so that we could be face to face with our Lord in those special miracles. And so being able to experience all these things and see these things, see Our Lady of Guadalupe 1 inch away from, from the actual image, these are true
Wow.
blessings in my life. And I can't help but believe, given all the blessings that I've received. So it's been a great thing for me.
I mean, that's transparency, right? I mean, they're going to let you right 1 inch away. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Um, I'll finish with this. I just want to say that we're grateful for your willingness to share your insights and stories. The men in Connecticut have been blessed by God's grace in many ways, and your message will be a powerful witness to how He continues to work through the Eucharist and the saints. Um, to add something that I didn't take notes of for myself, I was just so impressed when I went to go and see you in person, and it wasn't a large group, but it didn't make any difference. The men and women who were there, they were incredibly affected by your witness to those things, and you're showing slides of things that we couldn't have wished to visit. Um, and so I just thought it was tremendous. I thank you very, very much. God bless you and your work. And we will see you here on September 27th. And I'll just remind the guys again, www.ctcatholicmen.org for tickets. I'm hoping that we're going to have over 700 there. New location this year in Waterbury, Connecticut, Holy Cross Catholic High School. God bless you.
Wonderful. I'll see you all soon. Thank you.